A warm hello and welcome. I'm Coach Ray, your go-to for narration and conversations on topics that keep you alive and well-ish. Follow me for practical tips, expert insight, and motivational stories to help you build a better life. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be reading to you the article that I wrote titled Building Your Frustration Tolerance. Ever have one of those weeks where everything just seems to go wrong? The pets are sick, the fridge breaks, the power goes out, a pipe bursts in the wall, and just for good measure, you crack a tooth. That was my week, and it put my patience to the test. But here's the thing, moments like these are exactly where frustration tolerance comes in. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what frustration tolerance is and the practical ways that you can strengthen it. So the next time life piles on, you can stay calm, focused, and keep moving forward. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Recently, I found myself in the perfect storm of everyday chaos. 2 sick pets, a burst pipe leaking behind the wall, a refrigerator that stopped working overnight, and a tree that came crashing down onto our fence. To top it off, I cracked a tooth. That same week, the power went out during a brutal heat wave. My glasses fell apart in the middle of a client meeting, didn't even know that was possible, and the grocery store was out of the one ingredient I needed to make dinner. Now, none of these moments were individually catastrophic, but together they piled up fast, pushing my patience, fraying my nerves, and challenging my ability to keep moving forward. With instant replies, same-day shipping, and lightning-fast Wi-Fi becoming the norm, frustration tolerance can feel like a relic of a slower, simpler time. Yet the ability to manage discomfort, delays, and unmet expectations is now more important than ever. Whether you're navigating career challenges, coping with personal losses, or simply dealing with the relentless irritations of everyday life, frustration tolerance is a skill that helps you stay grounded under pressure, build real resilience, and stay committed to your long-term goals, even when nothing seems to be going your way. Frustration tolerance is the ability to manage short-term feelings of irritation, disappointment, or impatience without giving up, reacting impulsively, or becoming overwhelmed. It's the ability to keep moving forward, stay balanced, and think clearly even when circumstances aren't in your favor. This skill can be developed over time. Think of it as the emotional equivalent of physical stamina. While related, frustration tolerance is different than resilience and grit. Each focus on different aspects of perseverance and have distinct traits that shape how we respond to challenges and setbacks. Now, as I've mentioned, frustration tolerance helps you handle those immediate obstacles and keeps you going in the moment. Resilience is about recovering, adapting, and growing after significant setbacks or adversity. It's the ability to bounce back after a challenge, loss, or change, and often involves finding meaning, learning lessons, and emerging stronger. Resilience is essential for coping with larger life events, such as losing a job, facing a health crisis, or navigating the end of a relationship. Grit is sustained passion and perseverance, despite repeated challenges or slow progress. It's the unwavering commitment to a meaningful goal and the willingness to sustain effort through challenges, plateaus, or even periods of boredom. Think an athlete training for years to reach the Olympics, or an entrepreneur building a business despite multiple failures. Each quality strengthens the others. Frustration tolerance helps navigate those tough moments without giving up. Resilience enables you to recover and grow from major setbacks, and grit keeps you committed to your long-term goals. Without a solid foundation of frustration tolerance, it becomes harder to develop true resilience or sustain the grit needed for lasting achievements. Frustration tolerance isn't just about putting up with inconvenience. It's a core life skill that affects how you think, feel, and act in the face of challenges. It shapes your ability to stay focused, adapt to change, and keep moving forward even when the path isn't smooth. Frustration tolerance can help us achieve long-term goals. Success, both personal and professional, rarely happens overnight. It requires sustained effort, patience, and the ability to navigate inevitable roadblocks. Without frustration tolerance, it becomes easy to give up when progress feels slow or challenges seem insurmountable. By contrast, people who can endure setbacks, delays, and repeated trial and error are more likely to adapt their strategies, stay the course, and ultimately reach their goals. This persistence is what turns fleeting bursts of motivation into lasting achievement long after motivation has disappeared. Frustration tolerance can help us improve emotional regulation. Frustration tolerance is deeply tied to how we handle our emotions in the moment. When things don't go as planned, the immediate impulse might be to react with anger, blame, or despair. Developing tolerance means building the ability to pause, take a breath, and approach the situation with a cooler head. This space between stimulus and response allows for more thoughtful decision-making, reduces the chance of saying or doing something regrettable, and helps you maintain a sense of control even when the circumstances feel chaotic. It can help strengthen relationships. We encounter frustration in our relationships all the time, whether it's a disagreement with a partner, a delay in communication at work, or unmet expectations from others. Our ability to tolerate and manage frustration plays a huge role in maintaining healthy, strong relationships. When you can manage frustration constructively, you're better equipped to communicate calmly, listen actively, and work towards solutions rather than escalating tension and conflict. This not only helps resolve issues faster, but also fosters trust, respect, and deeper emotional connection. Frustration tolerance can also help us reduce stress. Chronic frustration without healthy coping strategies can escalate into persistent stress, which takes a toll on both mental and physical well-being. Learning to tolerate frustration helps reduce the emotional intensity of your reactions, preventing irritation or anger from snowballing into anxiety, burnout, or even physical symptoms like headaches and muscle tension. Over time, this ability supports a calmer baseline state, allowing you to approach life's challenges with steadier energy and a clearer mind. Frustration tolerance is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. You can't always control what happens around you, but you can control how you respond. By practicing certain habits, you'll find it easier to stay calm, think clearly, and push through challenges without losing your focus. Here's how to start building that skill. Identify your triggers. The first step in building frustration tolerance is recognizing what triggers you. Is it when a task takes longer than expected? When a colleague doesn't respond immediately? When technology fails? Keep a mental or a written log of these moments. Over time, you'll spot patterns which will help you prepare and plan for a better response the next time they come up. Practice delayed gratification. Frustration often arises when we want something to happen right away, but encounter delays or obstacles instead. Training yourself to wait, even in small ways, can increase your tolerance. For example, resist the urge to check your phone the moment a notification pings. Let an online order sit in your cart for a day before buying, or wait an extra few minutes before indulging in dessert. These small intentional acts of patience can help you increase your overall tolerance for bigger, more stressful situations. Shift your perspective. When you're in the middle of a frustrating situation, it's easy to focus on how unfair, inconvenient, or annoying it feels. Instead, try reframing the situation. What can I learn from this? How might this help me grow? For example, a delayed project could be a chance to improve your communication skills or refine your strategy. This mental shift turns frustration from an obstacle to a stepping stone. Use your self-talk wisely. The way you talk to yourself in moments of frustration shapes how you experience them. Phrases like, "This is impossible," or "I can't stand this," fuel your irritation. Swap them for calmer, encouraging statements like, "This is challenging, but I can manage it," or "I've overcome worse." Over time, this kind of self-talk helps your brain default to problem solving instead of panic. Break tasks into smaller steps. Overwhelm is a common source of frustration. If a task feels like too much, break it down into smaller, manageable parts. For example, instead of clean the whole garage, start with clear one shelf. Each small win builds momentum, making it easier to keep going without feeling buried under the weight of the entire job. And practicing mindfulness and breathing techniques. When frustration starts to arise, pausing to take a few deep breaths can make all the difference. Mindfulness and breathing exercises activate the body's relaxation response, helping to reduce feelings of stress and frustration. And the more regularly you practice these exercises, the easier it becomes to manage difficult emotions when they arise. Frustration, while uncomfortable, isn't inherently bad. It can be one of life's most valuable teachers, as it often points us towards areas where we can grow, strengthens our emotional resilience, and deepens our self-awareness. By learning to sit with frustration instead of reacting impulsively or giving up, we build inner strength that goes beyond simply tolerating discomfort. Now, this skill doesn't develop overnight. It takes practice, patience, and a willingness to lean into discomfort. But over time, each challenge you face becomes less of a source of stress and more of an opportunity to strengthen your ability to adapt. By committing to the ongoing practice of building your frustration tolerance, you're not just getting through difficult situations. When done correctly, you're actively equipping yourself to handle life's inevitable challenges with greater calm, confidence, and clarity. In doing so, you're not merely surviving. You, my friend, are setting yourself up to truly thrive. You just listened to me read the article that I wrote titled "Building Your Frustration Tolerance." Thank you so much for watching. Frustration is inevitable, but how we handle it is a choice. By building your frustration tolerance, you're not just enduring difficult moments, you're training yourself to adapt, persevere, and grow. If you found these strategies helpful, hit that like button, share with someone who could use it, and subscribe for more helpful content. Because remember, all of this, it's not about reaching a destination. It's about enjoying the beautiful messiness of life and finding joy along the way. Take what you need from this, leave the rest, and until next time, my friends, stay well.